Today I want to talk about my series of skeletons with hearts that I call Beautiful Bodies. I had this little skeleton that I used to just draw, with Sharpies, like my legs or on papers. I had just finished my MFA in San Francisco, and I'd been living here beforehand, and so I knew once I graduated I wanted to come back. And as part of the Louisiana requirements for massage therapists, I was like 2 hours short of anatomy training. So I had to take a 30-hour anatomy class through one of the local colleges here, which was fine. It was actually because I was also going to have to take the MBLEX, one of the national tests for massage therapists. It was a good refresher in anatomy. Before that, made the test really easy for me, which was good. And so I took this class. And I'd been, my art project before was rivers. It was all dots and lines. I spent 2 years just kind of working out my own language in color and design. And I wanted a project that was simple and clear and repeatable. My rivers take so long and are so, I put a lot into each one of those, so I wanted something simple and deep and clear and marketable, and I was taking an anatomy class at the time, so it was an easy jump to just want to draw skeletons, and I wanted to design a skeleton that was as much dots and lines as possible, as distilled down to basic elements of shape as possible, with just the head and the rib cage and the pelvis as kind of human-shaped shapes. I began working on 6-inch square canvases. This is one of my early designs offering. This is the singular one. I know this one's for me. I'll show you some of my special ones that I keep for myself. This one, and this is one of my other early designs, See With Your Heart. I wanted to make, I like the idea of art as a prayerful healing object. As part of my commitment to this project, every skeleton I paint will have a heart, because I believe we're all made of love, and I believe love is what guides us through. And so I just started making those little 6-inch squares. If you go to my website, there's a gallery, and there's a page, Art, Beautiful Bodies, and there's a gallery on there of 20 or so small designs. They're small squares, I think it's called. And that's my first year or so of work, is that gallery. So I wanted something that seemed grounding and empathic for each of the designs, and that's where I went. I looked for mystical themes and just whatever. I had a year or so where I just made skeletons and designed them as I let the designs come to me as I worked. That was my process for a year. One of my 2017 goals is to update my website, so that part of my journey is documented. I mean, it's documented. I have all the photos. I just have to get them on the website. But I'm a one-person show, and everything takes time. But that's one of my big 2017 goals, is to get those photos up. Some of my larger ones, this one has some beautiful bodies in it, these little wolves. This is a personal piece that I never really share. Wolf lady howling at the moon. But it has these little wolf dogs on it. They're really sweet. People love them. I love watching people walk by and fall in love with my paintings and make friends with them and want to take them home. It's the biggest blessing in the world. Someone wants to take my art and put it in their house. I love it. I love every second of it. And so while I do feel drawn to start other bigger projects, I know I want to stop making my skeletons. I love them. They're my little friends. People always say that they remind them of Day of the Dead art. And I say it's not quite the same thing, but I do believe we all share a need to honor our ancestors, and we connect with them through our bodies. And painting them facilitates that meditation for me, and so I assume that it does for others too. There's something very powerful to consciously putting your attention towards love and I hope that my art acts as signposts towards love for people. It sure has for me and does all the time. So that's my beautiful bodies. More tomorrow. Bye.